So yeah, obviously, home opener, a lot of celebrations around it and everything. Doesn't go the way you guys want it to. How do you kind of avoid, that emotional kind of letdown afterwards?
I mean, I think it's frustrating. We wanted to obviously come out for our fans, especially Coach Pat, put on a good game. Obviously, that didn't happen, but we can't get too down. It's a long season. We gotta nip that in the butt early, get it fixed, and move on.
As a younger player, still in your second year, um, at a college you only have 30 odd games.
Yeah.
NBA it's obviously much longer season. So how has that been an adjustment over the last few years? Kind of being able to put the games behind you like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it becomes you don't want it to linger. One game, okay, but you don't want to turn that into two, three, four, and then into a little stretch. Things happen. There's going to be bad stretches. There's going to be good stretches. You just try to minimize the bad ones as best you can.
Spo, as he often does, is harping on the defense. Obviously, after that game, what did you guys? I know, I'm sure watching film today. What kind of stood out most to you that is maybe, I guess, most correctable?
I mean, I think the rebounding, finishing our possessions. I think we get a couple more possessions finished with a rebound. We might not be in that position. I think our deflections on the ball, getting steals, getting out and running, were some of the things that we can really clean up as a team.
Well, obviously, this is like a familiar team, right? It's a lot of the same guys back from last year. But is the first first week of the season still kind of the time you feel like improvement is easiest, or just obviously first time you play in a season, it's different than the preseason, different than it was last season. Do you feel like it's kind of the easiest time to maybe make some of those fixes?
Yeah, I mean, I think early on it should be pretty easy. We had a lot of training camp or a month of training camp. First game. So coming back in today, we just want to work on what we know we need to do to get better as a team, and try to implement that into the next game.
You guys as a team deployed one of the most aggressive defenses, especially when it comes to playing the gaps and helping, while also trying to keep up this active hand style defense and also be one of the best at boxing out and getting defensive rebounds. How tough is that to keep up? And also, is that is the emphasis just on making all those efforts? And is that what went wrong as far as the defense in the third quarter of the first game?
Yeah,
keeping up the multiple
I mean, you gotta to be a number one defense. That's what you have to do, and as an organization, as a team, that's what we strive to do. Being able to do all those things. I mean, they're very hard to do. No one's saying that they're easy, but that's what we expect out of ourselves, and that's what our coaches expect out of us, to do those things that are hard. And that's what's going to make a team great.
You guys have a lot of shot creators on the team, and especially with this new starting lineup that didn't play a single minute together in the regular season last season. Not to mention you and Duncan off the bench. Everybody needs to eat, right? And it feels like you guys have kind of emphasized this offense where there's a lot of ball movement, and you're trying to get everybody's trying to get their shots, but while looking for the right shot, right? And Bam and Jimmy, well, specifically Bam, spoke about it the other night, saying that him and Jimmy got to do a better job of finding their own spots in this offense. How do you guys go about kind of maintaining a balanced attack for everybody?
Yeah, I think great question. I think it all goes with our offense. Everyone's got to share the ball. Everyone's got to be in the right spots to be in the best position they can to help this team win. Jimmy and Bam, they're going to get theirs. We got Terry and Tyler. They're going to be able to get theirs as well. But I think none of that really happens unless we get stops on the defensive end. I think that was really the biggest thing we were missing, is those easy transition layups. It makes it a lot easier for everyone. Get an easy layup. So yeah, I think it starts there.
Cool. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Thanks, Simon.
Clearly, the activity defensively wasn't there. Once you guys got to the film as a team, what did that reveal to you about the defense?
Yeah, it pretty much stayed true throughout all of the analysis. Whether we're looking at the film, our gut feel, the analytics to it, it just wasn't one of our more active or big disposition games. I mean, ultimately, our defense is one that the other team, you want them to feel you. It's not necessarily going to be the metrics of steals or deflections every single time. It's more about doing tough things, being physical, getting teams out of what they typically want to do at every point of attack that we're there. And that wasn't the case. And you do have to credit them. They're a downhill team. They also knocked down a bunch of threes in that game. So they had both things clicking, and then if they missed a shot, they had all the second chance opportunities. We pride ourselves on that side of the floor. We have to be better, particularly going on the road.
Orlando isn't a great example because of their size, but more generally, how are you thinking about the balance between the pace and the motion that you're trying to build in the offense this year with the mismatch hunting that Jimmy and Bam have done the past 2 years?
Yeah, it's not like I know I'm repeating myself. We're not reinventing ourselves. We've not developed a new offense. We're making it hopefully more layered with more sophistication of making reads that are tougher for the defense. Getting the ball to Jimmy and allowing me to manipulate the defense or manipulate a matchup or manipulate the bonus. And when I say the word manipulate, it is like in every bit of the attacking sense. All of that is good for our team. We didn't get to that enough, clearly. We didn't get to it enough with Bam. These are some of the things that will work out, and that has nothing to do with the new things that we're emphasizing. It was just one of those nights. I hate to say it, but and I also don't want to take anything away from Orlando. They can make you look like that, with the way they defend and how committed they are on that side of the floor.
Just one more time on that balance, though, is your ask of Bam particularly different this year, just in terms of his role in managing the offense and looking for his own?
Not particularly. There's some instances where he'll be spaced, more behind the three, but it's on all of us, myself, Terry, everybody, also to recognize, when we can get the ball to him in a place that puts pressure on the defense, and we know how to do it. We just didn't really get to a lot of our half-court execution the way we're capable of.
Obviously, home opener, everyone's excited. How do you, and doesn't go your way? How do you keep maybe an emotional letdown from sinking in? I guess, and what do you have to do to?
Oh, we're way beyond that. I think we have a mature team. We took a day off. Well, first of all, we enjoyed the post party, with Pat. We got to compartmentalize. It was still a special evening, and we wanted to celebrate that even after the game. And then yesterday was good. We had a full day off, and we came in here and worked at it. Like this, that's what this team is about. You work on things and do it with an intentionality to be better, next time. And the great thing about it is we have a game tomorrow night, and we have an opportunity to do something different and better on the road. All right, thank you.
Thank you.